worker productivity flushed down the drain this time of year.
Aw.
College basketball, it's taking over the workplace. Are you spending as much time on your retirement as you did on that busted bracket? I probably bet you are.
Good question. Well, Abe Ashton of Ashton Associates is here to give us the answer to that question.
Yes.
Yes, Abe is one of the area's leading financial professionals, and he helps people prepare for retirement. He even hosts his very own weekly radio show.
Yep.
Well, aren't we special?
I'm feeling, the more you talk about it,
Yeah.
it sounds special.
Wow,
It does.
It's on the website, it doesn't matter, you know, but actually being on the radio doesn't matter. You guys talking about it, huge.
Thank you. Thank
It's
you.
amazing.
We think you dress nice also.
Snazzy
Does that feel
dresser.
good?
I just don't even, I have nothing else to say. I'm just so happy. Yeah, lots of productivity being lost on college basketball.
Like billions,
right now.
yeah.
Estimated
Yeah.
somewhere between $2 and $4 billion that employers, and I'm an employer, will pay. But you know, there was an estimate about 70 million brackets filled out last year.
Wow.
Times about $29 is an average wager. So I don't know if you can do the math in your head
I can't.
on that, but it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's an absolute lot of money. But you know what we're trying to talk about today is if you can name like your first round pick in your basketball bracket, and I haven't filled out a basketball bracket. I know there's about 16
I
games
was
going
gonna
on right
ask,
now.
yeah.
I haven't. You know what it is? I have this wonderful gift that prevents me from watching sports called ADD, which means I can watch the highlights and enjoy every little bit of it, but sitting through an entire game, I mean, watching soccer, just kill me.
Oh,
You know, I
yeah,
can't
no,
watch-
it's tough.
watching a full
Come on.
baseball game, I'm like,
I love baseball. but I'm
yeah,
the
but
same.
I just can't sit through and watch them. But I enjoy the highlights. I played a lot of sports in high school. I was talking to my brother-in-law just a couple of days ago who says he's got like 20 brackets filled out or 30 brackets. The kid couldn't shoot a free throw to save his life, right? He couldn't even make a basket. He never played basketball, but now he's filling out like 20 or 30 brackets. I mean, well, whatever makes you happy.
I suppose.
Here's the thing. If you ask why is this so popular and why do people have then trouble turning around and planning for the retirement, it's because brackets are fun.
It's because
So-
they're fun, and it's a way to gamble without taking the flight here. Right?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
the gamble piece of it that
Yeah,
we
of
know
course.
how fun it is it can be fun to gamble, right? And so
Sure.
it's a way for people to have a wager, and it's a more calculated wager, and everybody knows that, you know, they've got the best bracket out there. But the real question that I have for our viewers is, do you know more about your first round pick than you do about your retirement portfolio? Do you know more about your games, and how much time have you spent in March, or you know, when you're looking at the basketball games, how much time have you spent looking at different teams, different scores, different games, different ways to position a bracket compared to what you're doing with your portfolio? On average, people spend about, they're saying on average, and of course, who knows the real statistics, but say 2 hours a day for many people who have filled out brackets. I can't get people to spend 2 minutes looking at their retirement portfolio, which is incredibly critical. If you ever want to fill out a bracket and have any money to do it when you're retired, you better start saving your money.
But
You
the
better
people
start
will
putting
say,
money
you know, well, it's confusing, it has a confusing name and stuff like that, but you'll find some guy that, you know, plays at a Cinderella school, you know, that nobody knows this guy, but you'll know exactly what his free throw percentage is.
What
and all
color
this
his
stuff.
shoelaces
Exactly.
are.
So
You
why
know,
can't we put that same effort into something that will actually pay us off?
Because it's only fun to talk about retirement when I'm talking about it. That's the only reason why. It's only fun
you
with me.
do make it fun.
Well, you know, it's because it's important to do, but it should be enjoyable, because the whole idea of retirement is supposed to be to have fun.
Yeah.
You know, that's why we're putting money away. If you talk to my retired clients, they'll tell you there is life after retirement. And they're the same people that say, I'm never going to retire. I'm going to work until the day I die because I just like to work. I'm a worker person. Those same people who have retired say, I've never been so busy as I have been since I've retired. They find things to do. They work with charities. You know how many charities and organizations we have on the Morning Blend?
Yep.
They go out and work with charities. They donate. They travel the world. They do all this great stuff.
Not
get to
because
see
they
their
have to,
grandkids.
because they want to.
Because they want to,
Yeah.
and hopefully because they can afford to, because they made good decisions, even during March when basketball was on.
Absolutely.
So.
And what do you say to people who come in and say, I'm never going to retire, ever, I'm going to work until the day I die?
Yeah, tell that to your body. Because it's
Right.
easy to say at 40 years old, and then when you're 60 years old and your knee is busted up and you're having a hard time getting in and out of a van, it changes. You know, we don't get to predict, we can't see the future. We don't know how physically we're going to hold up. And truthfully, it gets harder to work an 8-hour or a 10-hour day the older you get. And it's not because they've lost skills, it's just because it is harder on the body.
We have about 45 seconds left. Meeting with a financial advisor. Is this something we have to do weekly, yearly?
No, a
Bi-yearly?
couple 2 or 3 times a year, but to
Okay.
make sure you're in contact every month via email or phone call, but at least to sit down face to face a couple times a year. That's what we do with our clients.
Yeah.
Sit down a couple times a year, go through and review everything. But when it comes to contact, we talk to people every single month.
You just give it the once over and make sure you're in the
Just
right
make sure everything is working the way we planned and the way you wanted it to. It's your money. It's not my money. I've got to protect it, but it's your money. I've got to watch out for it, make sure you know what's going on.
Absolutely.
If people are interested, but they still have some questions, can they contact you? Can they reach out to you now?
We always offer a free consultation or a book on the show, and I know today we're offering for the first 10 callers a complimentary review. There's no cost at all for this, to go over their portfolio, to go over their accounts, sit down with our advisors and say, hey, this is where I'm at, this is where I want to be. Do I have the plan to get me there from here? And that's what we'll do.
Absolutely. We'll let them know about that right now. If you're planning on retirement in the next 5 to 7 years, meet with a financial advisor that focuses on retirement.
Abe is making it easy for you to get started, folks. The first 10 callers who qualify right now will receive a complimentary retirement readiness review with Abe's team. The number to call is 702-900-8177.
You must be nearing retirement or already retired and have at least $250,000 in investable assets to qualify. Ashton & Associates, they can be reached at the number and website you see on your screen. They're a proud sponsor of the Morning Blend as well.